Thank you for joining us to learn more about the Minford Local Schools plan to reopen school for the fall of 2020. I'm Jeremy Litteral, the superintendent of the district, and I'm here to outline a few things for you. First up, just a little background on our plan. This plan has been developed through consultation with our local health department, guidance from our state and federal agencies, and in collaboration with our staff members, administration, the Board of Education, and many parent responses to posted online surveys that we've had throughout the summer. We have a 4-level plan that's aligned directly to Ohio's public health advisory system. You can learn more about that system at coronavirus.ohio.gov. We also need to thank some specific groups who have helped us throughout the process of developing this plan. First up, our Scioto County Health Department has been instrumental in providing us with the latest and greatest news as we try and develop our plans for returning. Also, a huge thank you to the South Central Ohio ESC, as well as local superintendents in other districts who have collaborated to develop this plan. We also need to thank our Scioto County Prosecutor's Office, especially Maggie Miller, who's offered us legal guidance throughout the development of this plan. And finally, a group of staff members who came together to design various parts of how this is going to work, our Minford Fall Planning Committee. Just a note on our academic calendar, our current academic calendar that is posted on our district website will remain unchanged at this point. The first group of students, if we remain at the red level, will report to school on Wednesday, August 26th, and the second group will start on Thursday, August 27th. If we make adjustments to our calendar, all families and district personnel will be notified using our all-call system, the website, and all of our social media pages. Our plan has 4 levels. Again, those levels are directly aligned to the Ohio Public Health Advisory System. Level 1 of our plan is colored yellow, level 2 is orange, level 3 is red. I will point out we are currently, as of today, at the red level, and our purple level is level 4 of the plan. We also should mention that a fully remote option for families who do not wish to send their children back to school will be explained later in this video. So, to make that easy to understand, we're giving you 2 options for returning to school. One is the plan that we're setting forth for you today. The other one is a completely remote option that will be explained as well in this video. Just so you're aware of how we're going to use Rationale for changing the levels according to this plan, our governor has pledged that on Thursdays he will update the county map that I mentioned before to reflect the color of that county based upon their current involvement in the pandemic. So we will use that information on Thursday to announce by Friday what level we'll be at for the following week. If we are moving up a level, for example, moving from orange to red, an announcement will be made on Friday to notify all of our families that that level change will occur on Monday. This is an immediate change because of the increase in the color is directly correlated to an increase of higher exposure in our county. If we're moving down a level, so for example, from orange back to yellow, meaning that the virus exposure has gotten a little better in our county, we'll make that announcement on Friday, but we will wait an additional week before we make the change to that level. This is at the guidance of our health commissioner to make sure that that trend remains through the next week to make sure we're not putting our kids at risk without changing that level. So again, if moving up a level, we will do it immediately. If moving down a level, we'll use a week of grace before we make that change.
Hello, everyone. This is Ian Snyder, a middle school math teacher at Minford. I'm going to introduce to you Level 1 Yellow. When Governor DeWine assigned Scioto County to a Level 1, the school district will run on this plan. The students will report to school 5 days a week. All students and staff will be screened as they arrive at the school. Every effort will be made to ensure that students and staff remain 3 to 6 feet away when all possible. Masks or face coverings will be required for grades 3 through 12, and pre-K through 2nd grade, it will be optional. Enhanced cleaning protocols will take place throughout the day. High-touched areas will be sanitized routinely. I hope this helps to clear up what Level 1 Yellow is, and I look forward to seeing everyone back at school soon. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Kristen Ruby. I'm the assistant principal for kindergarten through 8th grade. I am here today to explain to you what it means for us to be on level orange. When we are on level orange, we will have 50% of our students in grades 4 through 12 coming in on alternating schedules. We're going to have an A group and a B group. For our A group, those students will come on Mondays and Wednesdays. For our B group, those students will come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find out which group you are in by checking our school website. If you have any questions or concerns as to what group you're in with different family names, you can call into the school and we should be able to help you out. For Level Orange, for grades K through 3, we are still going to be in the building 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All students, grades K through 12, will be off on Fridays, so we will have time to do a deep cleaning. During Level Orange, we are still going to make sure all social distancing is observed. Students and staff will have health checks each day to make sure we ensure everyone's safety. I look forward to seeing all of you as you come back to Minford. Can't wait to get the school year started, and hopefully we'll be able to finish the year on level yellow, maybe green. Have a great day.
Hi, everybody. This is Ryan McGraw, elementary principal here at Minford, and I'm going to share with you what the level 3 or code red means as far as our restart plan. So if we're in a level 3, that means our county has been designated a red county by the governor, and that means that 50% of our students are going to be attending school. So we'll be bringing each grade level to school each day, but only 50% of those students. So what we've done is we've separated students into 2 groups, an A group and a B group. The A group will be attending school on Mondays and Wednesdays, and the B group will be attending school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, we've done our best as a district to separate these groups, last names, and so you'll be able to access that online to kind of see where your students fall. If you happen to have 2 students in your household that fall on different groups and you want them in the same group, we can make that adjustment for you if they reside in the same house. So we can have some flexibility on that. We want to make sure that we make this process as easy as we can. We know that it's not ideal, 50%, but that's what we've been mandated to do if we're in a level 3. Also, just to kind of give you some background on what we'll be doing as far as promoting safety, we'll be adhering to the 6 feet social distance. We'll be having health screenings for staff members and students as they enter the building each and every day and getting off the buses. Masks will be required for every student, grades 3 through 12, and they'll be optional for students preschool through 2nd grade. And just like all the other levels, we'll be having enhanced cleaning and protocols throughout the entire district. That's all for level 3, code red.
Hello, my name is Jeff Pica, and I am the principal at Minford High School, and I'm here today to talk to you about what happens when on Thursday the governor announces that we've gone to level 4, which is the color coding purple. Our hopes and our wishes are that we don't get to level 4, but if we do, these are the steps that the district will take. All learning will take place at home. Students will not come to school, and we will use distance learning. Staff, however, will report to their buildings. All staff members will be required to take a COVID self-assessment at home before they report to work. And then when they do report to work, they'll have to check in at the office, do a temperature check, take another assessment, and wear face coverings the entire time that they're in the building. While in the building, teachers will work alone in their rooms. They'll stay distant from each other. Our goal here at Minford Local Schools is the safety of the students, the staff, and our parents at all times. We know that when we do get to code purple, that it'll be difficult for some families who rely on school for lunches. So the school is instituting a food program similar to what we used last spring. So if we get to code purple, parents, please be looking forward to communication from the district to sign up for food delivery. We'll be using school transportation similar to last year to deliver food. We'll also be setting up some food pickups here at the schools. While we anticipate most meetings to be done remotely, occasionally there will be visitors to the school. Anyone visiting the school will be required to check in at the office, take an assessment, and get a temperature check and wear a face covering. So I'm looking forward to seeing students I hope that we remain to have students in the school, but if we do go into different levels, the school is prepared, and we're going to be looking out for the safety of our kids. We're going to look out for the safety of our parents and the safety of our staff members. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hey, this is Ryan Stockham, the District Technology Supervisor here at the Minford Local School Districts, to speak briefly about the Falcon Online Learning Program. Minford families do have the option to choose a 100% home learning environment this year, one semester at a time. You can access our new Falcon ReLaunch website from our www.minfordfalcons.net website, where you can find both the letter describing the online learning program as well as the application for the program. As you'll see in the back here, we've got the Falcon ReLaunch Pad website. You'll see a summary of the plan, and as you scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see the full plan, which also has details about the remote learning program, but then you'll also find the remote learning overview letter and the learning application. If you click on any of those links, it'll open those documents up where you can get all the information you need. The application must be completed and returned to the school no later than Friday, August the 7th to be considered. And also please note that once you're accepted, you are committed to a full semester of home learning. Once we have a better idea of how many students will be choosing this option, we'll be able to paint a clearer picture of what exactly the home learning experience will look like. To be eligible, the students must be in kindergarten through 12th grade, as we cannot accommodate online preschool students. The student must have reliable high-speed internet access that they can access every day, and students enrolled in College Credit Plus courses, dual credit courses, or AP courses at the high school level are not eligible for remote learning. Finally, we would like to stress that this is a big commitment. Students will be expected to spend as much time on a daily basis learning from home as they would if they were at school. Daily attendance will be taken and daily accountability given by our remote learning facilitators. As much as we'd love to see our Falcons back in the building with us this year, we understand you need to do what you feel is best for your child, and we hope to give you the best possible online learning environment during this time. Thank you.
Hello, this is Melissa Bennett. I'm a fourth grade teacher and the MEA Union President. I'm here today to talk to you about the parent and student expectations and the at-home self-assessment guide. The parent expectations, there are 7 of them. So the first one is to complete the student at-home COVID self-assessment. I'll talk about that in a couple moments. The second one is if your child has a temperature above 100.4, we ask that you keep them at home and that they are fever-free for at least 24 hours with no other symptoms before they return to school. And of course, if they have any other symptoms, take them to the doctor or contact the Sauter County Health Department. The third parent expectation is to provide a water bottle for your child each day. We're trying to cut down on the use of water fountains. The fourth expectation is that if you need to visit the school, you wear a mask, and that you try to maintain, distance, of course, with the personnel. The fifth expectation is to communicate any questions you have throughout the year with the school staff, the teachers, email, progress book, which leads me into the sixth expectation to continue communicating with the teachers, checking progress book, monitoring your child's progress on schoolwork, especially if we happen to go into remote learning times, which is currently purple. And the seventh expectation is to update your contact information in the school office so that we have your current phone numbers and addresses. The student expectations are to wear a face mask. If they are in grades 3 through 12, the younger students will be offered that opportunity if they want to. They should always wear a mask or a face covering when they are riding the school bus. They should only enter the school building through their assigned entrance. So specific grade levels will be entering in specific doors, and it's important that they do that. The fourth student expectation is to wash and sanitize their hands frequently. We will have sanitizer readily available, and they need to be doing that often. The fifth expectation is to bring a bottle of water. We're going to cut down on water fountain use, and so if they have their own water bottle, that will help. The sixth expectation is to always try to maintain social distance, preferably 6 foot, but 4 foot at least. The seventh expectation is to follow all the school guidelines, rules, and expectations. And the eighth student expectation is to take responsibility for your own learning and obtain assistance from your teachers when you need it. Now, the student at home COVID self-assessment, you've heard about that in the various colors, and I mentioned it in a parent expectation. What that amounts to is that you, first of all, take their temperature each morning with a thermometer, and if they have a temperature of 100.4 or higher, to please keep them home. The second expectation is if they are sick, notify the school so that we know where they are and you won't be receiving a phone call from us. And then the third self-assessment is to monitor for any other symptoms that could possibly be COVID-19, such as fever, chills, cough, shortness of breath. There are several symptoms there, which of course they can go along with other illnesses, but just monitor, and we want kids healthy and safe at school. And if you will do your part, then hopefully we can stay in the colors that will allow us to be at school. So we look forward to seeing them in school in just a few short weeks. Thank you.
One very important piece of information for our families and staff is a chart that was released by our Educational Service Center as well as Scioto County Health Department that outlines exactly the procedures that need to be followed if a student, staff member, or faculty member is exposed to COVID or is testing positive for COVID. As you'll see in the chart, which I'm not going to read to you, all the levels are spelled out, and you can see if you're symptomatic or have no symptoms, what you need to do for that. This chart is posted on our back to school website and will also be sent home with families in a mailing prior to school starting. Again, this was released by our health department, and this will be the chart that we followed to establish the procedures for returning to school after a COVID exposure. Just a few minutes to talk about suspended programs. We've made the difficult decision for the 2020 to 21 school year, based upon guidance from our health department and state levels, to suspend 3 programs as we begin the school year. First up, field trips will be suspended at all levels of our plan. Once we've reached the essential green level, meaning that the community spread is gone in our area, we will make our decision to return to field trips as normal. The 8th grade trip is still being planned at this time. We're hoping to do that at a later date once we've gotten the all clear from the health commissioner to make that happen. More details on the 8th grade trip will be released to those students by Mrs. Rolfe. Our perfect attendance awards for this year are going to be suspended. We are having difficulty figuring out a way to track attendance because of the remote learning versus in-session school, and those students who are choosing to enroll in full virtual learning. So for this year, there will be no perfect attendance awards. Bus passes are going to be suspended for this school year at guidance from our health department and the Ohio School Boards Association. No bus passes will be allowed because we have to contain the exposure on our school buses with exact ridership, as well as assigned seats on those buses to eliminate the spread in case someone is exposed to the virus. So again, bus passes will not be issued for any reason on any school bus in the district. We will have one assigned stop for families, which hopefully you filled out in our transportation survey. If you have any questions about bus riding, you can contact our transportation department and they can answer those for you. Finally, just to wrap up, a few pieces of information here. The plan and all related resources can be found on our school website. We've created a separate coronavirus type website that's going to allow you to see all of the return to school at our ReLaunch site. So you can find all the documents I've referenced as well as everything related to returning to school. We ask that you be sure to listen to all calls that are sent between now and the first day of school. We'll be sending out lots of important updates regarding things from orientations to open houses to procedures for the first day. I want to remind you that the deadline for fully remote learning, so those wishing to be enrolled in our Falcon online learning program, the applications are due by Friday, August 7th at 3 o'clock so that we can begin to establish the numbers and finalize that program. If you have questions regarding any part of our plan, feel free to contact your child's building principal. Our goal is always to provide the safest learning environment for our students, our staff, and the families of the district, and we hope this plan is able to accomplish that goal. We always appreciate your support and your being active in your child's education. We encourage you to please take the lead, encourage them to return to school safely, and encourage them to follow the rules that we've laid out for you. Thank you for attending.